Welcome back. In this video, we will learn how to record journal entries related to the particular cases. I have taken some special cases to record various journal entries. First case is of discount allowed or received, bad debts or bad debt recovered, loss of goods by theft or by fire, goods given as free samples or charity, or drawings in goods. First of all, we will talk about the case of discount allowed or discount received. Clear? Here we have two types of discount. हमारे पास दो तरह के डिस्काउंट होते हैं. वन इज डिस्काउंट अलाउड और डिस्काउंट रिसीव्ड. डिस्काउंट अलाउड क्या होता है? जब हम किसी पर्सन को सेल करेंगे, किसी फर्म को सेल करेंगे, तो उसके लिए हम उसको क्या डिस्काउंट देते हैं. कोई स्पेशल डिस्काउंट होता है जिसके कारण वो हमारी फर्म से, हमारे बिजनेस से मटेरियल परचेज करे इंस्टेड ऑफ परचेजिंग फ्रॉम एनी अदर सोर्स. और डिस्काउंट रिसीव्ड क्या होता है? जब हम किसी से मटेरियल परचेज करते हैं या गुड्स परचेज करते हैं, जो डिस्काउंट वो हमें देता है, दैट इज़ डिस्काउंट रिसीव्ड. Discount allowed or discount received further categorized in two types. First is cash discount. Another one is trade discount. And same for discount received case, cash discount or trade discount. Clear? Now, what do you mean by cash discount or trade discount, and what is the main difference between these two discounts? Cash discount क्या होता है? Cash discount होता है कि जब हमें कैश की ज़्यादा ज़रूरत हो, जहाँ जिससे हम ट्रेडिंग पार्टी होती है, अगर उसको कैश की इमीडिएटली ज़रूरत हो, तो वो हमें क्या बोलेगा कि भाई अभी के अभी कैश पेमेंट कर दे, उसके लिए मैं तुझे कुछ परसेंटेज डिस्काउंट की देता हूँ. जैसे 2%, 3%. जनरली कैश डिस्काउंट थोड़ा कम होता है एज कम्पेयर टू ट्रेड डिस्काउंट. और सेकंड, ट्रेड डिस्काउंट क्या होता है? ट्रेड डिस्काउंट होता है कि अपनी तरफ ट्रेड को अट्रैक्ट करने के लिए, अपने बिजनेस के लिए, बिजनेस की सेल्स को इंक्रीज़ करने के लिए हम क्या करते हैं. जैसे अगर आप कहीं मॉल वगैरह में शॉपिंग करने गए हो, स्पेशली लिखा होता है ना, फ्लैट डिस्काउंट 70%, फ्लैट 60%. दैट इज़ ट्रेड डिस्काउंट, जो हम अपने ट्रेड को इंक्रीज़ करने के लिए या अपनी सेल्स को इंक्रीज़ करने के लिए अलाउ करते हैं. ठीक है. और उसका जर्नलाइजिंग और अकाउंटिंग में क्या इफेक्ट पड़ता है? कैश डिस्काउंट जो होता है उसको हम रिकॉर्ड करते हैं बुक्स में. कैश डिस्काउंट इज़ टू बी रिकॉर्डेड इन बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स and trade discount is not shown in books. Clear? Now we will learn the general implication of a trade discount or cash discount. For that purpose, I have taken some examples. Transactions related to discount. Purchase goods worth rupees 10,000 at 5% trade discount and payment made by check. We have purchased goods worth rupees 10,000, जिनकी कॉस्ट 10,000 थी, वो हमें 5% ट्रेड डिस्काउंट पे मिली है. तो इसकी जनरल एंट्री हम क्या करेंगे? जनरल एंट्री परचेजेस अकाउंट डेबिट. As our stock is increasing, so it will be debited. 2, we have made the payment by check, so we will credit the bank account. Here I have stated earlier, trade discount will not be recorded in books, so we will not pass the journal entry related to trade discount. Clear? So we have to deduct 5% trade discount from the costing of goods, and it will be 9,500. We will apply 5% on 10,000, it will be 500, and we will deduct the same amount from 10,000 and pass the journal entry for the balance. Along with the passing journal entry, we have to give explanation or narration to it. Clear? Move on to next journal entry. Sold goods to C worth rupees 15,000 at trade discount and cash discount 5%, payment received in cash immediately. Now we have sold goods worth rupees 15,000. So the book value of the goods is 15,000. First of all, we have to deduct the trade discount. इसमें ट्रेड डिस्काउंट का अमाउंट कितना होगा? 10% of the goods. 10% will be 1500, and after deducting we get 13,500, and we have to apply the cash discount on this amount. The amount we get after deducting trade discount, we have to apply cash discount on this amount. Clear? So cash discount will be 5% of 13,500. It will be 675. Clear? After calculation, we have to pass journal entry. So we will record it as we have received cash immediately. So we are receiving cash. Cash is our asset, so it will be debited. And to sales account, sales is our income, so it will be credited. We will credit sales account with rupees 13,500, the amount we received after deducting trade discount, and we have received cash worth rupees 12,825. The amount of cash we can get after deducting cash discount from the amount. Clear? And here you have to show the cash discount as well. It will be discount allowed. Discount allowed account is belong to our expenditure category. So as per the nominal account rule, we have to debit all expenses. So we will debit the expense account with the discount amount. Clear? Now as per the case 3, pay to Mr. A rupees 9,500 in full settlement of his account of rupees 10,000. Mr. A is our creditor, and we have paid rupees 9,500 instead of paying 10,000 in full settlement. So we are receiving discount. Here we will debit Mr. A's account as Mr. A is our creditor and it will be our liability, and liability is reducing, so it will be debited. Mr. A account to cash account. Cash account will be credited as cash is going out or asset is reducing, and to discount received account. Discount received is our income and income will be credited. Mr. A's account will be debited with rupees 10,000. Cash account will be credited with 9,500 and the balance will be transferred to discount account. And this discount will be treated as cash discount. Clear? That's it with the discounting entries. Clear? Now move on to next case, that is transactions related to bad debts and bad debt recovered. Here as per the first entry, sold goods to Mr. E on credit rupees 5,000 at 10% discount, trade discount. This is a simple entry, no bad debts involved in it. So we will pass the journal entry as Mr. E account will be debited to sales account as the goods were sold on credit, and Mr. E becomes our debtor, our asset, so it will be debited with rupees 4,500. As the goods value of the goods were 5,000 and we have deducted 10% trade discount from it. After deducting the amount of discount, we have passed journal entry no trade discount will be shown in journal entry as the discount is trade discount. Now as per the second entry, Mr. E becomes insolvent, only 60% is recovered from his total debt. अभी इसमें क्या बोला हुआ है उन्होंने, मिस्टर ई बिकम्स इंसॉल्वेंट। इंसॉल्वेंट बंदा वो होता है जिसके एसेट्स कम होते हैं, लाइबिलिटीज़ ज़्यादा होती हैं, और कोर्ट की तरफ से डिक्लेयर हो जाता है कि ये बंदा इंसॉल्वेंट है। और जो भी बंदा इंसॉल्वेंट हो गया उससे हम कभी भी फोर्सफुली मनी रिकवर नहीं कर सकते। क्लियर? आफ्टर डिक्लेरेशन ऑफ इंसॉल्वेंसी ऑफ मिस्टर ई, जब एक बार वो इंसॉल्वेंट डिक्लेयर हो गया, जितना भी अमाउंट उससे रिकवर होता है उसकी प्रॉपर्टीज़ वगैरह सेल करके उतना तो हम कवर कर सकते हैं, और जो बाकी अमाउंट बैलेंस रह गया वो हमारे लिए हो जाएगा बैड डेट। मतलब कि वो हमारा अमाउंट क्या हो जाएगा, डूब जाएगा, जो हम रिकवर नहीं कर सकते। ठीक है, तो उसके लिए हम एक लॉस अकाउंट ओपन करते हैं, दैट इज़ बैड डेट अकाउंट। एज पर द नॉमिनल अकाउंट रूल, losses will be debited, so bad debt account debited, and we are receiving amount in cash, cash account will be debited to Mr. E। अभी इसमें देखो, मिस्टर ई से हमने कितना अमाउंट रिसीव करना था, 4500, और उसमें से हमें कितना अमाउंट रिकवर हुआ है, ओनली 60%। सो वी विल अप्लाई 60% on 4500 and it will be 2700, and the remaining balance will be transferred to bad debt account or our loss account. Clear? Now we will pass the journal entry for bad debt recovered. As per the entry 3, Mr. E whose debt of rupees 3000 were written off in previous year paid his debt. अभी ऐसे पॉसिबल हो सकता है कि एक साल जो हम अकाउंट बना रहे हैं उसमें कोई बंदा ऐसा निकल गया जिसकी इंसॉल्वेंसी हो गई और उसने हमें अमाउंट पे नहीं किया, लेकिन हो सकता है कि नेक्स्ट ईयर उसकी कंडीशन अच्छी हो जाए, उसके दोबारा बिजनेस चल पड़े, उससे हमें कुछ अमाउंट रिकवर हो जाए, और उसकी कंडीशन अच्छी होने पर अगर वो कोई अमाउंट जो उसने पहले नहीं पे किया था अगर वो पे करता है, वो होता है बैड डेट रिकवर्ड, एंड दैट विल बी आर इनकम, सो इट विल बी क्रेडिटेड। कैश अकाउंट विल बी डेबिटेड एज we will receive cash to bad debt recovered account, bad debt recovered account with rupees 3000 on both sides, debit as well as on a credit side. Now move to next case, transactions related to loss of goods by theft or goods lost by fire. As per first case, goods worth rupees 5000 were destroyed by fire and no claim has been received from insurance company. When we lose goods by any unnatural cause or by any natural calamity, then the loss will be transferred to the loss account, and for that purpose we will open goods lost by fire account. The ultimate source of loss, goods lost by fire account, it will be debited to purchase account as our stock is reducing, so purchase account will be credited with the given amount 5000. Clear? Now as per the next entry, goods worth rupees 10,000 were stolen by dishonest employee, but insurance company admitted to pay 8,000 as claim. जब हमारा कोई लॉस हो जाएगा और उसकी हमने इंश्योरेंस करवाई है, अगर इंश्योरेंस कंपनी कोई अमाउंट पे करने के लिए एग्री करती है, जहाँ कोई अमाउंट पे कर देती है, तो उसके लिए वो हमारा एक एसेट बन जाता है। अगर तो कंपनी ने पे कर दिया फिर हम एंट्री रिकॉर्ड करेंगे कैश। अगर जस्ट एडमिटेड वर्ड लिखा हुआ है, इसका मतलब उसने अभी एडमिट किया है, पे नहीं किया, तो हम उसके लिए एसेट अकाउंट की जगह इंश्योरेंस कंपनी का नेम मेंशन कर देंगे। हियर इंश्योरेंस कंपनी account will be debited with the amount of claim admitted, that is 8,000. To purchases account will be credited with the amount of goods lost, that is 10,000, and difference between these two will be transferred to goods lost by theft account. As we have lost goods worth rupees 10,000 and we have recovered 8,000 from insurance company, and balance will be transferred to our loss account, that is goods lost by theft account. Clear? Now move to next case, goods given as free samples or charity and drawings in goods. गुड्स गिवन एज फ्री सैम्पल्स, जो गुड्स हम फ्री सैम्पल्स मतलब कि एज ए सैम्पल डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करते हैं, वो एक तरीके की हमारी एडवर्टीजमेंट होती है, कंपनी का प्रमोशनल एक्सपेंडिचर होता है, और इसके लिए हम एक प्रमोशनल एक्सपेंस अकाउंट और एडवर्टीजमेंट अकाउंट ओपन करते हैं. एडवर्टीजमेंट अकाउंट डेबिट with the amount of goods given as free samples, that is rupees 2,000, to purchases account with the same amount. Clear? Second case, when goods worth rupees 1,000 were given as charity. When we give goods as a charity or donation, then charity or donation account will be debited. Charity account will be debit to purchases account with the amount of goods given as charity. At the last, goods worth rupees 2,500 were drawn by proprietor for his personal use. When proprietor used the business goods for his domestic purpose or any personal use, when we open drawings account, drawings and goods, so drawings account will be debited. Drawings account will be debited to purchases account with the amount of goods withdrawn by proprietor for personal purpose, that is 2,500 on debit as well as on credit side. In all these journal entries, you have to state the narration along with each and every journal entry. Clear? Thank you.